Mr. Menagerie is here. Well, he can stay there. I don't really have any business with him. A quiet day here. Buy cheap fuel and get cheap repairs. That would be too much fuel. Right, so we need to first go to the bazaar and sell our crockery. More fortune with the stovepipes and less with the taketees. Bargain for verdant seeds. No thanks. Oops. Okay, so now we can actually do the... That's not the right button. Cheap fuel. Great. Port Haven, we could write a port report. That's easy money. Where the hell do we get dried tea? We get offered tea pretty often, and yet it seems like a rare commodity. Interface, Jesus. Attend the service at the church. Right. The vicar's voice rises and falls like a tide. His parishioners struggle to stay awake. Today his sermon concerns Matthew, chapter 4, and the devil tempting Christ in the wilderness. What vision of heavens? Well, that sounds quite rare. Let's also take a stroll. Get our terror down a bit. Great. Do we have anything to... That's where we come from. What about the inn? Unwelcome. I guess we wore out our welcome, so we need to... Where is it? Share exotic gossip with the locals. That is too welcome. We have so much gossip. Hey, I'm welcome now. We still do not have the trophies for there. Chorister Bee trophy and a scribe spinster. And then there's the ruins where we could try to get souls again. Don't really need to. Let's just get some supplies. And be on our way to the circus. Do we hit Somerset Camp before that? We do have a lot of crew, so we could risk... Right. We could try to do the exploration of the woods there, because we have a lot of crew, and I think we would be able to recruit some more. Also, it's not that far away. Just get there. We can buy supplies back. We have a lot of fuel. Get here. We do have to get some hybris plus, but hybris is a pain to get to. So I don't know that we will do that. Okay, let's go to the Somerset Camp. That is so dark. The princess looks concerned. I remember reading that. Okay then, here we are. A respite from labor. The distinguished retailers, Ravenscourt and Stamford, operate a small logging outpost in Traitor's Wood. Offer stable employment. Well, hours are long and employment is precarious. Very seldom do the woodcutters and charcoal burners get a day off. Today is one of those rare occasions. Skyfaring is a dangerous trade, but the work is consistent and the rewards, should they live to receive them, considerable. Oh, we could recruit them to become crew. I guess so, right? Okay, maybe do that after we explore and lose some people. Could gather flowers to get verdant seeds, no thanks. Hunt for a caged catch, no. Right, no thanks. The Sunless camp. This is about the they're not necessarily scientists. Well, the guys. Okay. Expeditions into the woods deep. Prepare for a small or a large expedition. We would need 10 crew for a large expedition, so we can only do a small one. Unless we actually recruit people. I'd rather do a small expedition, then recruit people, and perhaps that will get us to 10. I don't know. That is 2 supplies. And 2 fuel. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. That one is 2 supplies and 2 fuel. Okay, it's just same supplies and fuel, but half the crew. So is it worth it to recruit them now? I don't really... No, let's do a small expedition and that's fine. We'll have 2 fuel, which is more than enough to get back to the circus and then New Winchester. Sure. So we do a small expedition. And then we can prepare it for the Steward's font. Moderate difficulty. Otherworldly artifacts. You will need to reach Traitor's Progress 5 to successfully complete an expedition. Bronze wood. This is difficult. Return to the wood. I think... Was there not a way for me to... Your crew are pleased not to have to stray far from the engine. What about that? Reporting late. Sure. Sure. Write that part report. Can I tell them to come with me? No, I just have to do the expedition, I guess. What does the journal say? Entering the Regent's grave. Wish you to take an expedition to the Steward's font. Okay. So that's the first option. Let's go for that. I guess the Somerset scholars believe that the font will provide clues to the identity of the king in the Regent's grave. The scholars share individually what they know. Their transcriptions of the correspondence differ significantly, and they refuse to work together on a single translation. Still, it should be enough to get to the general area of the font. You gather your crew and make for the edge of the Whispering Wood. The scholars emerge from their tents to wave you off. They're not coming. Scholars. Thunder shakes the trees. Storm's nearing, a signaler says, drawing up her hood. Should we be out in this, Captain? We can press onward or take shelter. Brave the storm is make progress but at a risk. Take shelter is safer but slower, except I have 100% chance of success. Do I still get penalized if I succeed? I guess we'll see. We will brave the storm. Now, brandy is passed about in little flasks until you have to remind people not to get rotten drunk in the middle of a thunderstorm. The going is quieter after that, but swifter. Eventually the storm passes. You emerge into a field of purple flowers, bright as new bruises. The comparison here is well chosen. Captain, the stoker's voice is anxious. Can you hear them? Something whispers from beneath the petals. Listen to the voices. What do they know? Maybe you can learn. Stop her. Your ears. Plug your ears somehow. Shut out the sound. Well, we are not Odysseus. We'll just listen to the voices. We hear them all the time anyway. The scent of the flowers is sweet but sour, like that of rotten raspberries. The smell overpowers your nostrils as the voices overwhelm your ears, filling them with a constant babble. Your crew join you in the long grass, wandering through the cacophony of flowers. Petals open tiny mouths. They whisper directions only half in the language you speak. They tell you of groves and graves, the treacheries which happened, the defiance, the kingdom overthrown. Eventually, they even tell you the way to leave. Okay. The ground gives way to a bog, grey and fetid as a newly slain corpse. It burps lazily. The marsh reeds susurrate, growing in volume as you approach. There is English amidst the polyphony. Names. Yours and those of your crew. Cross the whispering bog or search for another route. This is an iron check and we are not too big on iron. We are much bigger on mirrors. So I guess we will search for another route. There must be a better, less noisome way. That's a failure. The wood extends for miles, but so too does the bog. It is hours before you find a passable clearing, a glade of emerald hue nestled between a copse of silver trees that shiver and sigh, like consumptives. Your crew follow your lead, hanging close by your torchlight. You keep up a count, checking the numbers of your crew as you go. Not everyone leaves the silvered wood. Far and farther into the woods you must go. It is not the day that it was. Another crew member lost. The tree line ports ahead. Enter the steward's font. Oh, we got there. Okay. So I guess we lost some crew, but we've not been told how many. It is singular, another crew member, so I guess only one. Below the thundering white water, a cave is visible just under the lip of the rock. You scale down the wet rock face and into the cave. It is several moments before your eyes adjust to the light. The cavern is not natural. The walls are covered with bronze wood and studded with Navarrete gemstones, driven in too deep to remove. Distant starlight from the cave mouth reflects off the stones, filling the cave with radiance. Towards the back of the cave you find a silver seal the size of a crown and a curved crescent blade. Correspondence is scored on the blade's battered metal. It is too large to move, but you record the sigils. Perhaps one of the scholars will be able to translate. You take the seal. What do you mean we take the seal? A silver seal the size of a crown and a curved crescent blade. Okay, I take the seal and record what was written on the blade. Okay. You've gained 4 crew. I guess the expedition is over then. You are on the fringe of the wood. Okay. Who do we talk to first? The most down-to-earth of the 3, I guess, would be the classicist. The paleographer, well, he would be the most well-versed in writings, no? Should be. The paleographer's tent is some distance from the rest of the camp and almost in the forest. I have read that already. Right. He is conjugating the subjunctive. Still, It takes him quite some time, which makes me doubt his abilities, but hey. The writer here has been clearly hinting towards that guy being the one able to translate things. He is, after all, a paleographer. Okay, he's very keen to know what, if anything, you found in the wood. You will only be able to consult one scholar. They do not share their findings with rivals and guard their research jealously. Okay, they will not share their findings, but I could share what I found in the wood with the three of them. That's a bit artificial. Anyway, I do choose him here. The dismal paleographer grabs your notes eagerly. He is swift to an initial translation. This is a gift for service. Carolingian kings gave gifts, spoils, riches, offices, for your loyalty. He poses. Eh? What's this? The paleographer labors over your notes for several hours. At last, he rises from his desk. I think this was given as an office. Tamer of the king's bower. That's no position that I know of. It gave authority over the giggling place, located somewhere deep. We have a map. It would be easier. He scrolls markings onto your map. So we can now try going to the giggling place. Okay. Can we talk to him again? Did I already read that? I think so. Do they say anything? Oh no, I'm still talking with him. My bad. I thought I was going to other tents. Okay, so now if I go to the classicist, there's nothing new. Okay. Okay, so we've done that expedition. And we did lost a crew, so let's try and offer stable employment to the workers here. Some are disinclined to step foot inside the locomotive again. The wood provides a respite for many of those unable to adapt to life in the skies. But there are a few intrepid souls in search of adventure or freedom, or merely wanting to make the lives of Ravenscourt and Stamford a little more difficult. They sign on, leaving the woods behind them. Okay. Did we check the bazaar? We did not. There are hours here. And we could buy some supplies. We could also get one bronze wood, because they need that in Port Prosper. They also need Chorister nectar. And we can get bronze wood at the circus, which we will hit next, so let's not buy it here. We'll get supplies. Do we get the hours? Because here we are just gonna hit the circus and then New Winchester. We could explore a bit here. How much fuel do we have? 2 units plus more than half a unit. There is no fuel in Omier. And I still have the well to find, which is northwest of New Winchester. Could be there. Could be there. Okay, let's try and go a bit around. But we can't go too far because we don't have infinite fuel. Still, do we buy the hours? I guess we do. Sure. So we want to be looking out for the well on the northwest axis. It could very well be here, or it could be there, so we will go that way. What? This is eels. Some stuff to scavenge. Some fuel, that's quite good. Gives us a little more autonomy to keep exploring, and I guess we can go there then. Northwest. This could fall into the northwest direction, right? Seems more likely that it's here or there. We just hit these two places. Maybe we could hit Hybris actually, coming from here. Do we want to? Because it's gonna be a pain to get back then. I don't know that I want to. I don't think I'll go all the way to Hybris. I cannot, in fact. Well, unless this goes further. Huh. Well, okay. That was a whole bunch of nothing. So we are going here. That's eels. And that's it. Where might the well be then? It could be further that way, or it could be that way. I guess next time we come to this part of the world we'll know. Actually, we could do that right away, because we have 10 crew, so we could do a big expedition. But then I feel like the later we do that, since there are a lot of checks, the more stats we will have, and so the higher our chances of success will be. So I don't know that I will come back. We still have to find, well, the well, Lustrum, Endurance, and that's all that we know of. Whoops.